Pingala, give yourself space initiative. Then we're going to get extra scientist points and another bunch of science just from population. 197 is about 12 extra science per turn. Not bad. Counter spy. In you go to Fort Lisbon. And Anshan, I was hoping that you wouldn't be the only city-state, or the only scientific city-state in this game, but you might well be. I want to know where Kilbur is. I'm so annoyed about that. Here's industrialization. Next up, steam power. That is an exciting prospect. Let's pick the factory up first, and we'll get the coal power plant. Please, somebody, can anybody give some aid? I'm the only person to have given anything right now. So needy. Please. Also taking the time to just quickly plonk down districts. Sure, I've got everything going down. I would like a theatre square. Why don't you go down there? Is there any coal? Did I get any coal? There's probably no coal, is there? No. Where did it spawn? Who am I going to have to trade with to get some coal? Oh, coal spawned right on top of some. Oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere except from in my 5-tile radius. That's fine. We'll have to just buy it in. Oh, stop denouncing me. I only burnt your cities down twice. You came over to Fort Lisbon. What can I say? We're a bastion of truth and power and love. Okay, enlightenment I think is actually going to be quite a handy card. 4.5 extra science. This card never tells the truth. 210 science goes to 226. Yeah, I thought as much because we do have only a +3 campus, but we can get that to +4 if we put another district down on the tile below it. Anshan wants to give me science for each great work of writing. Oh ho ho ho. Alright then, don't mind that. Just need to find a great work of writing, but I'm sure someone will sell it at some point, right? Anyone have any writing for me? Oh yeah, there we go. Cheap writing. And 2 science. Excellent. You can see the library is boosted 50% and the navigation school and the university tool extension. Da Vinci, you can use them twice to get 2 different modern era boosts. Electricity, with another boost next turn. A little bit more culture from my workshop as well. Second charge is used for steel. Just thinking about it, I should probably get at least one of my unique unit. I mean, these are normally good to spam in order to put down my unique improvement everywhere to boost the gold income that I'm picking up in the production, but I don't have the luxury of time to be worrying about that right now. We need to get Panama Canal down, and unfortunately that means the ironclad will come. But if I've got no coal, maybe I'll still be able to build my unit. Not sure about that. We'll work it out. New districts by me, culture bomb, and are we going to have mercenary companies for the 3rd time in the game? All right, more army for everyone again, apparently. Apparently Hinduism is now on its way. Choral music? What? All right, I mean, choral music could give me a little bit more culture. I would like Feed the World. You know I like Feed the World. Feed the World's my favorite. Steam power. Panama. Where do I want to build it? I actually think I do want to build it towards my harbor just to be super sure. There you go. Gonna ruin a little bit of the food from this town, but please let this be the miracle that I need to continue in this game. Now Gaul likes the fact that I have so many troops. All right. He didn't like that earlier when I was defeating your cities with them. Just saying. I love when this happens, right? I've been playing the game long enough without a religion that every single religion now comes to my land just to have one massive fight. I'm looking at them and going, really? Is this all you want to do in my land? Are you just going to stand around blowing each other up with gospel lightning? I mean, I guess you're welcome to. If that's really what you want to do all day, then fine. Be my guest. But it's just like, why? Oh, look. We did get 200 gold from that aid request. Oh, what a life. Goodness me. I am thrilled. I am thrilled to bits that we got that much gold. Victoria. My unique improvements. More era score. And we're going to just start scattering them around the coast. I'll build more of them later. I'm building them more out of hope than expectation. I should make that clear. Electricity. I did go ahead because I was thinking things like seaports would be very handy. Oh, an extra 400 gold at the end there from Ethiopia. Cheeky, but I will take it. Well, if electricity is what I've done, I should now look to unlocking things like military engineering. We'll pick that up. We'll pick up castles, printing, stirrups, and we'll go through to military science in order to unlock line infantry. We'll be able to build those if the situation requires it. Second tall extension building. This time, it's a factory tall extension. 3 extra production, a few more engineering points, makes the coal power plant give more power per coal, which will be good when I'm buying it, but 20% production towards buildings. That is a very handy thing indeed. Oh yes, okay, we just shaved a turn off Panama Canal. Would have been good to use that before, but beggars cannot be choosers. It is time for the promised land. We rushed Panama Canal. We have built Panama Canal. Now, if this works, then Lisbon will suddenly be able to trade with the world. We've got 15 trade routes worth of stuff just ready to go. Please let me have this. So, Fort Lisbon, Canal. Panama Canal, trade route port. Available routes. Ah, routes! I mean, there's not millions of them, but there are routes. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 available routes. Hey, that is better than we had. Now, I'm desperately building a dam really quickly because I don't trust this river at all. How much is a trader now? 350. All of my resources now are going to go in to just getting traders like so. Finish the dam and then, trade. A third religion is coming to the party now. Which one are you? Warrior monks. Yeah, you're not a religion I want, Ottomans. Sorry. Nationalism, printing, none of that truly matters because instead we are putting Visselbanken in. Food and production from every trade route to an ally, and suddenly we have routes. And of course it's 50% bonus as well because I'm Portugal. Oh, this is good. For the first time in the whole game, we have a trade route. Trade route number 2. Oh, we're even getting faith. Of course, that's Chungati, isn't it? Oh, now I want Kumasi on board. There's a lot of things we can do to make sure these city-states are giving us huge trade route yields. Filippo, better late than never, I guess. Hydroelectric dam. That's 6 renewable power. That'll actually turn every single building in my city on at the same time, which would be wonderful to see. And you can see the trade routes are beginning to stack up nicely now. First to 25 population. Good. I was wondering why we weren't in the population lead. That makes me a little happier knowing that we have finally made it. Francis Drake? Sure. I'll have that privateer. Thank you very much. Oh, my spearman is finally 3. It's finally 3. Back to land with you. You know, I was actually thinking, seeing as we're now trading, seeing as we now have this super canal complex in here, I think we should rename Fort Lisbon. This has got to be updated. Fort Lisbon, it was a defensive place. It was a scared place. No, I don't think that's what we should call this. This is now Port Lisbon. It's a small change, but it's important. Okay, power plant, tool extension. That's now being built, seeing as we've already finished the hydroelectric dam. Now we've got all of the power we could ever need and 40% extra power from resources in the city. That makes a huge difference. Now we're on to urbanization, which has got a bunch of fun cards that apply only to cities with at least 22 population, but most importantly, we unlock the neighborhood and neighborhood toll extension. Cities can now work tiles in the 4th and 5th ring of the city, which I very much need to do because I am running low on space. Speaking of reinforced materials, I can now buy tiles in the 4th and 5th ring. I might need to save up a bit of gold to make that worth it, but that's really cool. I like that. Power plant in place. More great people points. More trade routes. Actually, I think I'm uncovering more and more of these trade routes as we go. People are settling everywhere, especially England. I approve of this, and as soon as some of these trade routes finish, which may take a little while, actually there's a 28 turner. That's a good one because then suddenly we'll get better range. We'll be able to send them further afield. I would love the shipyard tool extension, but production towards naval units and then international trade routes to and from the city provide extra food. Oh yeah, why have we not got this in our lives? Look, I don't mind who wins this religious battle. I really don't, but can one of you win it? I just want to follow one religion over another. As long as we can get to that situation, then I can get myself into a situation where I'm actually getting Chingati's bonus. I've got 9 of these routes and we should be getting 25 faith per route from this. Come on, give me something. These are Catholic apostles. Why are you not spreading your religion to me? These are the ones. Catholicism, Brazil has feed the world. I want this. That's really cool. Military science, by the way, we have now got this and we're actually catching up in tech. Finally, Port Lisbon becomes a tech god. Extra trade routes just keep popping out now as well. This is where all of my gold is going. Spending all of my gold to make more gold. It's probably not a very good way of getting rich. Until I stop, I guess. Oh, some people are getting coal now. Not many, but some. That's good. I do want coal at some point. So production towards naval units and international trade routes from this city provide 2 gold. To the city also provides 2 gold as well. I keep saying gold. It's food. Why am I saying gold? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stacking this sort of thing in Port Lisbon because what it will mean is that as my allies discover Visselbanken and democracy and all these sort of things, they're going to want to send trade routes to my cities as well as the other way around. And then everyone will get rich continually and it'll be great. And it'll be wonderful. But these alliances, these cannot stop. Please, continue being wonderful. Right, if I have a look at one of these routes now, oh yeah, the food has shot up substantially. Oh, each one has 3 food on when it even shouldn't. That's really cool. So there's the shipyard total extension. How many extension buildings have I got unlocked? 6, and I'm using 4 of them. Right, well, one of them that needs to go down is the neighborhood. Then I can start working the 5th ring, the 4th and 5th ring. Oh, this will be wonderful. This is how Port Lisbon grows to something stupendous. A +6? I can even give myself a ton of housing as well, which is really handy because I've actually almost run out of housing. So this gets asked a lot. When I unlock the ability to work the outer rings of the city, what CYP Ryan has done, the amazing modder, is essentially enable the 4th and 5th ring by making them specialists of the neighborhood. I cannot put districts down, but I can still put improvements down and they will all get worked as normal. The industrial era. It's a golden age. We have a neighborhood. Most importantly, oh, Kema has a dark age. Now, half of me wants to go reform the coinage because every international trade route giving me extra gold is a really cool thing. But city life is the new industrial era golden age provided by this mod. It gives me 10% extra population and border growth, 15% production and 15% discount on gold purchases for specialty district buildings. Governors double these bonuses. So huge population growth, huge production, huge gold. Completing the most advanced specialty district building or a tall extension grants a moderate amount of great people points. We're just going to use it because it's a lot of fun. We're up to 82% extra food growth on city now, and we've got population to go with it. Neighborhood tall extension, a little bit more housing, but working those tiles. That's what we want to see. Mega city innovations. This is a cool card. 10% science in all cities, increasing to 20% if I have at most 5 cities and an extra population science. Cultural melting pot will add into this as well. Oh, I've got a spare route. We had 14 routes and this one has nowhere to go. Okay, we'll wait for somebody else to settle on a coast somewhere. It'll probably be England. International trade routes to and from the city provide gold. The bank tall extension's not bad. Again, that might encourage people to trade with me. So I'm thinking a commercial hub after we've got the tall extension. I might pop that down. I know I've got a harbor. I know I could put it over near the harbor, but I'll put it down here instead. Kumasi, 2 culture, 1 gold for every specialty district in the origin city. Oh, that just increased it a lot. Okay, I've got 21 culture coming in now from my city-state trade routes. Wow, that's a huge amount more culture. Oh, well, we've got to keep hold of that, haven't we? We've got no choice. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Yep, the UI is working perfectly. Work tile, work tile, work tile. All of these on the 4th ring are now being worked. I can't buy them until I put Liang in the city, but Pingala is doing great work at the moment. No need to worry on that front. Armory. I think I'm starting to rub up on the borders of both people here. This city's going to fall to loyalty. I'll be able to kill that one. We've still got a lot of coast that we could work, which will of course improve my unique university, but Gaul at some point's got to go. Unfortunately, Gaul does have Renaissance walls popping up around his city, so I'm wondering what the best play at that is. I could go for oil and artillery, but I'm also thinking maybe aluminium might be the way to go. Let's at least unlock observation balloons. Then I can fire over the top. Okay, the first trade route is going to be, it's not from somebody that I would consider to be an ally, but Vissel Banking routes will start to come in soon. Here's the military academy. I've still got a few turns of the World Congress left. 7, not a huge amount. So I've built or purchased NITA from the stock market, and now I'm going to just produce a couple of line inventory cores. Well, 2 of them. Yeah, a couple, just to bolster my units a little bit. Given the fact that my faith per turn keeps bouncing between about 70 and 800, depending on whether I've got a religion or not, I think I need to take control of whether I do have a religion or not. And that involves building a holy site to make sure that I can build apostles when I want them. There's a lot of different things all happening in the same city here. But districts, districts will massively increase Kumasi as well. We do want to keep that. Choral music, more culture output. That's no bad thing to have culture output. Let's get 1 observation balloon so I can see into these lands. I think we've got to go for Gaul. They only got 100 military strength, but currently there are 3 cities that are cramping my style. All 3 of these need to go. They can keep their capital. They can keep this one back here, but I need to expand. I need to continue expanding. Mausoleum is working though. I'm not having to reset it. This is all working perfectly. Navigation school is going to continue giving me more and more science as I get more coast. Can't have catapults arriving onto the field of battle. So let's unlock bombards. Do we take a gamble with aluminium or do I go for oil and artillery? We're going to gamble on aluminium. I don't know if we'll get any. You never know. Weird things have happened in this game. So I can join in on a protectorate war with my ally. Okay, cool. Gaul, consider ourselves at war. I am still very, very annoyed with you. In come my mighty, mighty units and my vampires who are now 75 strength. What you gonna do? If you don't answer that question, just roll over and be defeated. That's what I would like. And now it's the long-winded process. Who else wants to join in on this war? It's a protectorate war. It's not a real war. Yeah, that was effective. Most people I know joined in on this war. That's good. People will be very forgiving of my crimes. I mean, my liberation efforts. Yes, that's what I mean. Conservation. My first airport has been built. I still don't know if I've got aluminium. But who really needs to worry about that, you know? Akkad wants a submarine. Oh, that would be a really cool thing to do because then I could hit down walls with no weapons, which I really like the sound of. Oh well, this battering ram will have to do for the meantime. Line infantry hits the wall with pretty accurate attack. Everyone jump in, everyone gang up. We're going in. We're taking this city out as quick as we can. Time to pop some Alcazars down as well. A little bit more culture and science. Finally starting to get builders out to fix this 4th and 5th ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Akkad is mine. It's not going to fix my problems, but it'll certainly help a little bit. Lord Sucklington, you move over. Everyone move over. Make sure that everyone can get in. Good. Okay, next turn this city will fall, hopefully. Next to trade route to me. We're going to vote twice on that because I do not want them being cancelled. That would be frustrating. Melee units getting extra strength as well. Yes, please. Heavy cavalry. All right. Don't complain. But another 4 gold if people send me routes. That isn't enough to persuade people to be trading with me and with me alone. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. You know, Port Lisbon, it's feeling feisty. It's feeling feisty. I'm going to load some stuff up. I've got 2 spare tall extensions right now. Nothing better to do with them apart from weight on stuff. So we're going tall armory, tall military academy. Doing it. Going absolutely full battle. Between Akkad and Granada, we're going to have some serious troop building capacity. Oh, yes. What's that? Vampire number 3. Third vampire castle. Vampires intimidated adjacent units and can pillage in one movement. Oh, well, go on then. Go on then. Total war. I'm going to join the franchise. Religious urban space? Yeah, let's join that as well. My 700 faith per turn just wasn't high enough. Pillage? Pillage. Oh, yes. I love when vampires can move and attack. It just makes it even... What? Sorry, that city is ours. I suggest you don't do that. This is my city, okay? I can raise it if I want. Damn it. And so I shall. Next up, this city. Okay, that's got a better wall. We'll need bigger troops. Oh, man. I wish I'd gone Grandmaster's Chapel. Why did I think that spies would be a good idea? It's never a good idea. I should have believed that the faith gods would have granted me their boons. Should have known. Should have known. 3 vampires. Ho, ho, ho. Shall I just send this vampire on like a 1 vampire charge? Just go and pillage everything. Why not? They pretty much are unkillable once they've got to level 3. Radio, 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 please. Aluminium. On the borders? No? In the desert? Oh. All right. Is there actually any within range of me at all? Nope. Planes may not be the salvation that we hoped they would. No one's selling aluminium either. Okay. So there are ways we can get aluminium. There is a future era Civic that means we can get some from a spaceport, but I mean, that's quite far away. So it's gonna be oil if we want to get our bombards up any higher. So let's go for oil. Fingers crossed we might be able to just do this. A couple of people have got it. Oil is on the map. The count says 1 pillage. Ha ha ha. 2 pillage. So the cycle continues. So the cycle goes on. Can the count, just 1 count, defeat the entire Gaul Empire? Maybe not, but I'll give it a try. What did I say about, like, I don't care what religion it is. Just make sure it's a religion. As soon as this happens, and I'm not any religion, then my faith plummets, right? Get ready for this. I'm on 830 faith per turn at the moment. Just watch this. 102. 102. That's all I get. Come on. I'm putting another vampire castle down over here, which is 17 food. I realized I could even put a pasture on. This is how just lazy I'm being. We don't mind. We're just popping them straight down. Port Lisbon will love whatever I give it. Actually, it's not happy anymore. Whoa. That's not on. Give me happiness, please. I've only got 1 city. Oh, yeah, that's better. All right, don't worry. Panic over. My favorite combo is when you have a CAD to break down a wall and also a siege tower to bypass it. You do equal damage, basically, to both sets of the walls levels. It's the most satisfying thing. Another city-state is founded, and it's another trade city-state. What's going on? Where are all the scientific city-states? Come on, give me options. I want to see options. Bombards, they're attacking too. Nice. Both of the extensions are now built. I'm not running out of extension slots, but they're now every 4 population, so I probably should wait and see, you know, which ones I actually need. That'd be useful. Attack, attack, and we can go 1, 2, have a little tasty snack. People often ask, like, can I swap tiles around before I raise them? Yes, in a couple of occasions I can, but not often, because often it's in a different area of the city that can't be taken. Like, this is a 3 tile thing, and this is like a 5 tile thing, but there you go. Raised, more room, we crack on. We just keep going. This is the next city. The count is making hay on this one, just whilst I wait. Oh, city flipped to me. Oh dear, no, 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 no. Refuse. Absolute refusal. I don't want that anywhere near me. Speaking of this city, this is also another city I don't want anywhere near me. Bam. Take that, liberate it to Indonesia, and then immediately send a trade route to it. Haha! You are welcome. Mainly I'm welcome. I really need these routes up. I really do. I know some people are going to ask this as well. Why don't I settle cities and then give them to people? I don't see it as part of the one city challenge, personally. Like, war is one thing, but as long as I either raise or give the cities back, that's okay. But just settling deliberately a city to then give it on, I don't know. That feels, this is slightly cheesy for me. I don't know. Oh, I've got Buddhism back now. Great. I can go Gurdwara for the housing, broadcast center. So go for some extra culture? That could be a good thing to go for. Let's go for the broadcast center extension. Bam. Ran out of extension slots. That was like 80 culture. Nice. Should probably actually buy some books. Keep my culture as high as it can be. I've neglected this aspect. What a silly answer. Come on, buy the books in. Get them in. Oh my goodness, I'm actually using my own power all of a sudden. Uh-oh. That's what happens when you put too many buildings down in one go. I do not have the coal to sustain something like that, but I do have the means of making it a little more economic. Let's just core those two together, or fleet them together, and that'll take one less coal, and then I've got a bit more. The coal as well will be used pretty sparingly because I've got the power plant and the factory. The Count is a one vampire army. Look at him work. Look at his work. Beautiful. Salty Tech is on the way to Gaul's capital, just having a little bit of fun there, and Lord Sucklington is leading the charge on the city that I want to destroy. And I also built a Curacao army, which means all my vampires are now 81 strength. Delicious. Oh, my Lord Fez. Fez, it's another city-state. It's appeared. And we have suffrage. Oh, what a day to be Ursa. We're democratic. Cultural melting pot, inner city innovations, religious, urban, space, all of that's good. Now my trade routes are going to be absolutely colossal. Don't need the housing or the amenities at the moment, which is usually what I go for New Deal for. Monarchic legacy is exactly the same thing. So instead, we can go for other things that make my trade routes better. Trade confederation, triangular trade, Raj. Now we have absolutely ridiculous trade routes. Every single buff I can put on a single trade route, I am putting on a trade route. Look at this. Oh, 34 culture. Bam. Fez, you will be my friend, regardless of whether you want to or not. And look at the city growth now. 280 food. 280 food. Oh yeah. My trade routes are now a lot more powerful than they were a little while ago. We have another choice to make here. National History Museum for the Great Work slots, War Department to beat people up better, and Royal Society to put things into space. What a choice. What do I do? What's our way out? What's our most likely victory? It's not culture. It absolutely is not culture. Nor is it religion, domination, or diplomacy. We've got to go science, haven't we? Fine. We'll go for Royal Society. Not because it's the most fun, but it's just the most useful. My bombard is wildly underpowered. I cannot wait to get some artillery in. That will be very handy. Ada Lovelace. Ooh, more districts. I like more districts. My city doesn't need them, but maybe it does. Minus 75% reduction on religion. There we go. Now we can remove all of the other religions from this city. All I need is that Buddhism figure to go up higher. Currently it's at 22. That's 22 faith on every trade route that I've got going at the moment. That's huge. Have we not got irrigation yet? I missed irrigation. How did I do that? I've got nothing to irrigate. Man, when you realize something like that, it's a little bit irrigating. That there, ladies and gentlemen, was a joke. I know, hold your applause. Hold your applause. 23 population like Buddhism, now 25. That really is a very small amount. 26, it adds up though. The faith is building really quick now. I fell. Ooh, any wonders we're going to be building right now? I don't necessarily need any of these, to be fair with you. No, we don't need I fell. We'll go for the next one. Professional sports. Did I get any oil? Did I get any oil? No, of course I didn't get any oil. This is the problem with the one city challenge and why we really needed, is it Taruga with the resources? I guess maybe there are city-states that have strategics. I'll have a look around and see what we can find, because if there are any aluminium or oil city-states, perhaps they will be of a higher priority. Like Chinguetti does actually have some oil. So if we send a trader, and by that I mean a builder down there, they would give that to us, as would Fez, perhaps. That's it. That's all we got. There's no aluminium anywhere as well. Oh, no aluminium. Planes are just not going to be useful. I really hoped they would. I needed oil as well. Without oil, we don't have access to artillery. So, all right, builder, you got to go to sea. Sorry, just one of those things. You're on a grand voyage. At least I can buy niter wholesale on the market really cheap. So we can at least get bombards, but bombards suck in comparison. They really do. Oh, oil is being sold, and not for a crazy amount. All right, I'm going to buy a little bit of that. Let's just be really rich. Let's do it that way. Let's just be absolutely filthy rich and get all of our resources that way. We'll get artillery. I'll build an army or two, then we'll work on a research lab. Oh, another trade route. Where's this to? Hey, there's another city on the coast. This is what I want to see. There's so much space down here. England, Rome, Indonesia. Come on, more cities. Every single one of these is a huge pickup for me. You may be asking why I haven't taken this city to the south. I'm working on it. I can only build so much army at the same time, and it's got Renaissance walls and 82 strength. I can't just randomly walk through, not without decent siege weapons. That's why I was hoping for at least a bomber. I'm not going to get a bomber. Bomber is unlikely, but there we go. Bombards. That at least helps. Do I want an art museum tool extension? I think this would give me a huge amount of extra culture, so I'm tempted to say yes. Loads more space for artwork as well. Bombard army, 72 strength. Upgrade to artillery army with 97 strength. Oh yeah. Now we're fighting. Now we're playing Portugal. Let's see how much this artillery army does. Ooh, a significant amount. I like it. Oh, that'll speed things up just a little bit whilst my vampires are still just patrolling around, stealing as much as they can, like economics. Yes, do you remember the time when Ursa's vampire walked into Gaul and stole the secrets of economics? Just from bank to bank. Highly surreal, but nobody questioned it. I've always found it quite funny that you don't get the boost for owning 3 line inventory if you've got cores of it. Like I've got 2 cores, but that doesn't count. That might have been the wonderful Silver being killed as I retreated them to go and upgrade them. I do apologize. This is why I'm not to be trusted as a commander. I got you injured and then you were routed. Oh dear. Look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Mixomatosis and the wonderful interplanet Janet will seek retribution. Sure, I'm sure that counts for something, right? I got you killed, but I made a scene about it afterwards, so it's fine. Oh, another city. Yes. 12 food on that route. Oh, it's wonderful. 6 from democracy and Visselbank and +2 from my tool extension on my shipyard. 50% because I'm Portugal. Of course I'm Portugal. And they've also gone democracy. I did notice that. People are starting to send things to me. Yes, look at this. Look at this. Everyone send it to Port Lisbon. It's the best place. Nowhere better. That's what I've heard. Fez joins the party. Love it if you claimed that oil. Could you go do that? Quite a lot of tiles needed. I've got a builder on the way to go and improve Chinguetti's oil source, but it might take some time to get there. In the meantime, the Count is counting up all of the science. He's very impressed with how much science there is. 40 population Port Lisbon now, but we've hit the housing and immunity cap all of a sudden. I've got this lovely thing giving me +4, but that's not enough. Yeah, happiness very much now needed. Let's go instead for New Deal. 4 extra housing, 2 extra immunities. That should give me, there you go, +5 and spare housing. We need to work on this. We need to make sure that we never run out of space. Ever. Well, happiness-wise, one thing we can do is start to put ski resorts down. That will push it up a little bit and make use of an otherwise useless tile. And as you can see, Salty Tech actually got battered by range defenses pretty well. Gaul is beginning to build some. So, yeah, retreated back home. But actually, this is a really good opportunity because now I can go around and just replenish and update my vampire castles because I now have improved all the tiles around them. So they should be substantially better. Also, the howling artillery fire from my land means that now Lord Sucklington can just walk into this city. Yes, my cities are built properly. I love the fact that she says that every time I take a city and then I raise it and she's like, no, they're not built properly now. All I need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles from this area and it'll be good. Now, unfortunately, you might find that 1 or 2 of them are stolen here now, but this is a good start. This is a good start. I think we've almost finished Gaul. Look at how many cities I've killed from Gaul now. 1, 2, 3, 4, with extra districts as well. That's hilarious. I love how much my population growth just falls falls apart as soon as my alliances expire. Get back in here, you. Where do you think you're going? This alliance is for life, whether you like it or not. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, that's a settler on a one-tile island from Coupe. That's exactly what we want to see. Am I even allied to Coupe? Oh, I'm not. I've run out of alliances still. Doesn't matter. I will get a trade route ready. I approve of this settling. Never before have I been more happy to see Coupe in the game. Although knowing the AI, what it's going to do now is go, oh, maybe this island would be better, and then hop over to that one and then land on that island and go, oh, maybe this one's better, and just never settle anywhere. Yep, there he goes. I don't know where Coupe's off to. That is disappointing. Please, this would have been really good. I would have sent you a route that would have given you tons of food. We have space for one more tall extension, but I think I want to wait for the research lab because of the obscene amount of science it gives. There are some other really good options here. By thinking about it, I thought the seaport actually gave yields on tiles, but it doesn't. It's all about domestic trade routes. I don't need that. Banking tall extension would give me +4 gold on every trade route. That would be +6. That would be multiplied several times. That would be a lot of gold. Aquarium just gives me a little bit more happiness. Not a lot of happiness, but just a little more happiness. And the tall extension be semi-useful, but requires a lot of power. Already using pretty much all of my coal as it is right now. I'm working out whether or not a preserve would be a good idea or not, because this would be something that would actually affect tiles on the border of my empire. If I put woods down there, put a preserve on this tile, I could get some really good preserve yields. And we've already seen that the extension buildings you can get for the Grove and the Sanctuary, these are really fun. I'd have to move the vampire castle, but if I've got a preserve, the vampire castle can probably be replaced with something. I'm just doing it. I'm going with my gut on this. So in order to make this work, we'll have to get some more builders, but we can do that pretty easily. Let's do this. Let's renovate. Let's move. Let's change. Let's adapt our strategy. That's what you want to see, isn't it? Just different strategies being played out. I'm gaining 1 tile every turn, by the way. The 948 culture is enough to be buying 1 5-ring tile every turn. The only one that I'm kind of a little bit annoyed about is this one. I wish we could just pick this up before Kema got it. Also, I don't want Hinduism. What is, like, every time you remove a population from the leading religion, I lose about 100 faith. I'm not even joking. It's crazy. Could you please not? Could you please not? So I've just realized I've got like 23,000 faith. Oh, I think I might have just promised something. Oops. I've got so much faith. We should do something with that. Let's just think about this. But for now, let's get into apostles. I want to just fight this religion off again, and we'll pray in, seeing as we've got Jesuit education at the moment. The research lab, I'm on 444 science per turn. Now that's 464. Then we'll put this in as well. 571, and we'll just cycle all of our population around just in case it wants to put some specialists in. It doesn't at the moment. We're not working any specialists, really. You know what that tells me? This city can get a lot bigger. A lot bigger. How much would a specialist actually give me now? 1 specialist is now worth 5 science. Wow, you can see how much you can force this in. That's mad. All right, yeah, we need loads more population. We can get this city up to sort of 60, 65, I reckon. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Joseph Biancani, Interplanet Janet, Mr. Awesome, Frankincense Battlezord, Sleepy Lab, Bookaluk 79. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!